What should we call this segment? Snacks who snack or snacking with a snack? Both good options. Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are in my kitchen because I'm going to be sharing a snack recipe. I'm using air quotes around recipe because I'm using that term very loosely here. There is really no cooking involved in this at all. The most you're gonna do is warm up and melt some candy coating for this, but this is a fave recipe of mine because it is so simple to make. It's quick, it's a crowd pleaser, and it's super customizable. And I literally forgot the most important point, but it's like salty sweet and so delicious. This snack first came into my life when I was an adult. I had a coworker at one of my jobs that made something very similar. And over the years, I've kind of just like swapped things out and kind of put things in. And this is like the combo that I really enjoy. This is one of those snacks that's great to put out like with your dessert when you're having a big party, because you can put out just like a nice big bowl of this and everybody can kind of help themselves and snack on it. But it's also a snack that's really easy to break down into smaller quantities and like bag up. It's a good gift to give out to people around the holidays, people in your office, teachers, family, friends, you name it, everybody is gonna want to eat it. Also same kind of concept, but really great to like bag up and give out as a favor at, you know, birthday party or something, kid's birthday party, like perfect little favor to give out. I love getting food favors and giving food favors instead of like little tchotchkes that like are just junk and kids are gonna break and like whatever. And so I love a good little food favor. Let me show you what I use to whip this up, and keep in mind it's super customizable, so you can always swap out different base ingredients for other things. I'm starting off with some like Honey Nut Cheerio type cereal, a box of Life or similar like cereal, pretzels. I like to use the snaps, which are the ones that are shaped like little grids, but also just regular mini pretzels are fine too. Just don't want to use a pretzel that's like too big or thick because it kind of just will throw things off. So you want a smaller pretzel. Unsalted dry roasted peanuts. If you have somebody who has a peanut allergy, stay away from this, and maybe double check to make sure that everything else you're using is from a peanut-free facility. I think this adds a little something, but honestly I don't feel like the whole recipe is thrown off if you don't have a nut to add to it. Sorry. Now, like I said, all of your base ingredients are pretty customizable. If you don't want to use peanuts, you prefer cashews, like knock yourself out. You don't like Honey Nut Cheerios and you'd rather use plain Cheerios, or you want to use Fruit Loops, or like whatever, like literally knock yourself out. You can do whatever. These next three ingredients for me are like what make this really, really fun, because not only is it tasty, but it's visually appealing. So we have our meltables. So these are the meltable candies. We're gonna coat everything in this, you'll see. I chose bright white for this, but as you guys know, you can walk into like a Michael's or a baking store or whatever, and you can buy these in like almost any color imaginable. So if you're having a party and you want to do a different color, feel free to do so. Next up is M&Ms. Now don't get me wrong, you can use the regular M&Ms that you find at the store. They're like the traditional colors, but if you want to make your mix visually appealing or go with a theme or a color scheme that you have going on, you can search different color M&Ms online and buy them that way. Party City also sells them in bags, set up in individual colors, so that's where I got my white ones. They have different shades of blue, they have purple, pinks. This is really fun because if you're doing a Labor Day party or a Memorial Day party, you can do red, white, and blue M&Ms. Or if you're doing a graduation party and your kids' school colors are green and yellow, you can do green and yellow M&M. Possibilities are truly endless, and this is where you can get really fun with it. I went with white for this one because I'm letting the sprinkles steal the show. I wanted to do fun like rainbow party sprinkles. This is basically just your traditional bottle of sprinkles. I didn't do anything too crazy, but again, you can get super fun with your sprinkles. Sprinkles can be expensive though, so watch out if you're trying to make this on a little bit of a budget. Definitely go generic everywhere else if you're gonna buy specialty sprinkles, but you could search Amazon for all kinds of sprinkles. They have like unicorn mix sprinkles and mermaid and all kinds of crazy fun sprinkles that are so pretty. Also, Michael's has a pretty good selection of sprinkles in their baking section. Between the candy melts, the M&Ms, and the sprinkles, you can get really, really fun and make a really, really pretty, delicious snack. All right, let's get into it. I'm starting off with my Honey Nut Hoops, and I'm just gonna dump a bunch of them in a bowl. I'm not gonna dump this whole thing, because I don't think I need the whole thing. I'm gonna add in my Life cereal. Next, I'm going in with my pretzels. And lastly, my peanuts. Now you're just gonna wanna give everything a good little mix. I probably have a little too much in this bowl. This is all gonna get mixed up again later, so this is kind of just like a rough mix. Now we're gonna set our mix aside and we are going to melt our candies. I have like this mega 4-cup measuring cup, so I'm just gonna use that because it just makes it easier to pour when you're done. I'm just gonna add in my candy. I bought 2 bags of these. I don't think I need 2 full bags, but I think I need a little bit more than 1 bag, just like a little bit, right? Yeah, that's good. And then I melt this in the microwave following the instructions. It says to microwave 50% power are on the defrost setting for 1 minute. Then to stir it and to keep microwaving it in 30-second intervals until it is all melted. If you have never worked with candy coating, let me tell you, if you over microwave this, don't over microwave it. If you do, you can add oil in to like thin it out and mix it up a little bit. If you're not super confident, I would do it in 20-second intervals and stir in between each just so you can make sure that you're not overdoing it. Because the first time I ever worked with this stuff, I was doing chocolate covered strawberries. I over melted it and it was disastrous. So I'm just gonna go pop this in the microwave for a minute, stir 30 seconds, and I'm just gonna keep doing that until it is all melted, and then I'm gonna come right back. And we are back. My chocolate's all smooth. It should drip. When you do that, I'm gonna set it to the side for a second so I can spread out my mix. You don't wanna leave it too long. It will start to harden. I've lined 2 baking sheets with parchment paper. 1 large one and 1 small one. And I'm gonna spread this out. I can do a little bit more on there. Now we're gonna go in with our M&Ms. Sprinkle some of those in there. I'm now taking some sprinkles, sprinkling them in there. Let's make it fun. We're gonna use more of these later. Now we're gonna go in with our candy coating melted chocolate. So I'm just gonna drizzle it. Everything. Make sure I get some on this batch. Now, because this is covered in candy coating, I don't necessarily want to put my hands in it, so I'm going to go back to mixing with my spatula, and I'm just going to mix it all up as best as you can. I know it's a little bit hard in a tray. I wish I just had like a cauldron, essentially, just a giant cauldron to mix all my stuff in, because that would just make my life easier. It's going to take you some time to kind of like work it throughout. All mixed up now, and while your chocolate is still a little damp, you're gonna wanna do another sprinkle of sprinkles, and then I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna mix it anymore. It is what it is at this point. Now, when you do this with the candy coating, where you melt it and you drizzle it and then you mix it all up and you're like very thinly spreading it out amongst all the pieces, it's gonna dry really, really fast. So you kind of have to work pretty quickly and get those sprinkles on fast, or any additional M&Ms that you want to add. Some of your pieces are going to clump together and form like bark or like a sugary granola, and other pieces might barely be coated with the chocolate. That's okay, that's what you want. I like it that way. It's a little organic, it's a little fun, it's kind of a mess, it's salty, it's sweet. It's essentially me if I was a snack. I am a snack, but like an actual snack. Leave this at room temperature for like 30 minutes just to assure that like it's all dry throughout. And then from there you can either go El Chapo on them, break it down, bag it up, or you can put it in a bowl and put it out for everybody to help themselves. Here it is, the candy coating is all dry. It is ready to enjoy. It's such a simple and quick thing to whip up, and like I said, it is a crowd pleaser, and it just looks so fun and festive too. I hope you guys enjoyed this quote unquote recipe. Again, I don't really like to call it that because we didn't cook anything. This was super easy. If you do make this salty sweet snack mix for your next party, take a picture of it, tag me on Instagram. I would love to see what you do, what you come up with, how you customize it and make it your own. Don't forget all the usuals, like, comment, let me know what you're thinking down below. I'd love to hear from you, and especially don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.